When you've given an elevator speech, you answer the question, what do you do? You can anticipate three different kinds of results, three different ways that people will react to the answer that you gave of what do you do? Your elevator speech. Now, an elevator speech can be used in lots of different places. It's not meant just for the elevator, but anytime you're asked, ideally by a stranger or somebody you've just recently gotten to know, you should be able to give a speech, and then you can evaluate how well that elevator speech was received, because you'll get three different kinds of results from your speech that could be a good barometer of your speech. So what are those potential results? Number one, person's not interested. They may have asked, what do you do? And this could be in an informal networking group. You just got to know somebody. Hey, what do you do? And they're just asking for the opening to be able to ask what they do so they can give you their pitch. Or they're just not interested in what you do. They don't associate it with, it's not in your wheelhouse. And so the answer is no. If the answer is no, this isn't necessarily a negative thing. We think it is because we haven't moved business along. But the reality is, if you've screened a potential waste of time, the last thing we want in our lives, in our business lives, is time suckers, right? So this is a good way. If you've given a good elevator speech, it will screen those out in large. They just can't identify with what you do, or they're just asking for the opportunity to spew their knowledge all over you. The second potential result is that they'll find a way to relate to you. They'll go, oh, I have a nephew that does that kind of thing. Or I used to do that. Or I've thought about doing that. Or I know the kind of thing you do and who I should hook you up with. Any of these, that umbrella covers a lot of things. They're going to find a way to relate to you. They want the conversation to go on. They're truly engaged. You've done a good job on your elevator speech. Most people that respond will fall into this category, probably close to 70%. It's like, oh, they want to relate to you, whether because of your personality, because of who you are, because of the status you've achieved, because of the speech you gave. And that's what we're talking about here. It's engaged them. What do you do? And you give your elevator speech in a way that engages them, and they say, oh, I can relate to that in whatever shape their verbiage takes. This is huge. This is huge because it provides an opportunity for you to either increase your network or strengthen chords of your network. So if you already know this person, you just kind of loosely know them, again, going back to an informal networking group or part of this group, kind of seeing you across the room, what you're taking at that point is that loose string and you're strengthening that. You're adding chords to that connection, if you will. So this is a good step. If they go, oh, I know somebody who might be able to do that. I wonder if so-and-so would be interested in what you're doing. That's extending your network. If this is a stranger, you've also expanded your network. The result that we want is for them to say, I need your card. I need to do business with you. I need your service. I need your product. Whatever it is that you're pitching, they are engaged. They want it. They want it now. They need to move now. This is the ideal situation. The percentage of this happening with a stranger is pretty small, but you need to be prepared for this to happen, and you need to prepare and understand that it can happen. At this point, you have a decision to make. Neither option is negative. You can say, great, I'll go back to you. Here's my card. Let's make contact. Ideally get their information. However you want to promote your business and go forward with your business, because this becomes a business decision. At this point, you've actually stepped out of networking. If we could do that with every single person we met, every person that ever asked us, so what do you do? And we had an answer that propelled them to want to do business with us right now, that would be significant. This is an opportunity for most of us to engage and strengthen our network, for people to be curious about what we do. When these nuggets happen, I want to do business with you. When that happens, that's a magical moment. And if it happens the first time you ever give an elevator speech, do not expect it to happen every time, because you've really won the lottery. You should probably run to Vegas right now. Keep these three potential results in mind. They're not negative, any one of them. Some of them are just more positive than others. And some of them are almost a dream that this would happen. But if you don't have a good elevator speech that elicits these kind of responses, then it doesn't matter. If you use the responses you get as a barometer of your elevator speech, wow, I'm getting the results I want. It's happening. It's moving. I can see this. Then you have good elevator speech. If you get mostly the, oh, okay, and it's dismissive, you need to improve the one you have. So these are the three results that you can expect to get from your elevator speech when you're asked, so what do you do? Joe Miller, Commissioner, Pro Networking League.